Can we all take a few breaths together? Is that better? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Let's just breathe in and out. Let's breathe in and out. And on the last one, just like that lovely little baby, let's let it out with a sigh. Tell our nervous system to relax. Breathe in. Thank you. Now we are what we really are, all one connected organism. The letter L stands for love. Shit is the reason why we're all here. And I don't mean the type of love that gets confused with lust, or the type of love that gets confused with fear. For example, come on, baby. We've been together for like 2 months. You know I love you. I want you so bad right now, I can taste it. Or, please don't leave me. I'm nothing without you. I love you. No, not that. I am talking about the unconditional love of yourself. The knowing that you are perfect and whole as you are. And loving every wrinkle and dimple, every pound, every gray hair, and every scar. See, you are perfectly imperfect. You are love. That's what you are. The letter O stands for oneness. People, once and for all, can we end the confusion? The thinking that you are separate from I or I'm separate from you is just an illusion. See, when I look at you, I see the face of God. Anything less than that is a facade. There is no separation, not from you or from the ocean or from the elephant or the sun. Because everything is everything, and everything is one. So the next time you're out there and you're pointing your fingers at them or at they and what they do, just remember that they are them. And them are you. The fingers pointing back at you. The letter V stands for vulnerability. Oh, trust me when I say it's contagious. Because people appreciate those who are courageous. And being vulnerable is truly courageous. It's like a butterfly emerging from a cocoon. It's being seen, fully expressed. It's being free, and that can never happen a moment too soon. Being vulnerable is powerful. And when you see it done, or whether you're experiencing it, it can be felt. And no matter what side you're on, you'll see barriers to love begin to melt. Can you be that vulnerable? The letter E stands for evolution. People, we are evolving. Can you feel it? Apparently not. People, we are evolving. Can you feel it? We are moving from fear and disconnection to interconnected and self-reliance. We're evolving in spirituality and in health and in science. It is an evolution of revolution, and you get to participate. Welcome. L-O-V-E, that spells love. And we are the mob. And spreading random acts of kindness and being love. That is our job. We're not the kind of mob that creates a divide or a rift. We are a love mob. We're a mob that uplifts. See, we are a love mob. And we are a paradigm shift. Thank you. Thank you. But wait, there's more. So I was given permission to also share with you a little bit of a talk. I am a transformational life coach, as well as a business mentor, spoken word artist, as well as a speaker. And there's a few key points that have transformed my life and my business exponentially. Over the last 7 years that I've been coaching, some things have occurred to me along my path, and even more so recently. And I want to share a couple of those things with you. Some of them have been share this evening, and I love that because basically it shows the congruency. It shows where things are shifting to. The deeper truths, I believe, are finally coming back to light. It's more of a remembrance than a learning. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? That we're remembering these things? Because when you hear them, how many things have you heard today when you heard it, it just felt true? Right? You just knew it. You heard it and you're like, yep. I don't know why, but I'm on board already. Right? No one had to sell you, convince you. And you know that because it's tapping into a deeper truth that already exists inside of you. And there's a few of these that I realized along my path that I want to share with you. Can I give you 5 quick points? I got a little bit of time. Can I give you 5 quick points? Yes. May I have your permission to transform your mother-friggin' lives? Yes? Yes. Would you like to elevate your business? Yes? Yes. You want to feel better in your body? Yes? Yes. Thank you very much. I'm so excited for this. Can I have a participant from the audience? Anybody? Front row preferably. Would you like to help me, ma'am? You could do it right from your seat. I'm going to give you a couple of things that I would love for you to write down on your piece of paper there. As I give these to her to write down, I would love to have the room say it with me. Is that okay? Thank you so very much. The first one is, be relentlessly you. What is it? Be relentlessly you. Emphasis on relentless. Can you see how relentless I am? Yeah, don't make me come out there. Actually, I think I'm going to. I feel so disconnected. The room's like spread out. Come out here a little bit more. Okay. The next one is, the problem is not the problem. What is it?
The problem is not the problem.
Exactly. That's the problem. The next one, which each of these I'm going to give you a statement, but I'm also going to give you a question, an actual thing that you can take home with you to contemplate. I believe we have too many answers. Google and YouTube has every answer for you that you need. You know what we're not doing? Asking enough friggin' questions. You want to transform your life? Ask better questions. You ready?
Yes.
Awesome. The next one is, it's the rudder, not the captain. What is it?
It's the rudder, not the captain.
Thank you very much. Your challenges are your greatest gifts. What is it?
Your challenges are your greatest gifts.
You may not believe it now, but hopefully I can get you part of the way. And I'm going to teach you how energy really works. What's that one? How energy really works. Really works. Awesome. Thank you so much for all of you participating. Go up on stage here. I'm going to start with your challenges are your greatest gift. So the time that this occurred to me, the time that I woke up to the concept, the potential idea that your challenges are your greatest gifts was when I was at the very peak of the absolute lowest moment of my life. I mean, it was shit. I was actually living in a basement at the time. This home that I helped to purchase, which I moved out of 5 years prior as I was becoming a financial planner, and I left the nest, and I moved out of the home that I helped my mother purchase, and I went out on my own. I started my first business being a financial planner. And I worked my tail off, and I was doing everything that I was told to do. I put on the suit. I took out the earrings. I went there, and I learned everything that they taught me. I started studying, and I learned the presentations, and I worked so hard. I made cold calls. I asked for referrals. I did it. I was doing. And I was chasing this goal. Finally, after 5 years, I reached this goal. And I'm at this beautiful 5-star resort. And I'm sitting there on the balcony. I'm like, did it. Hell yeah, feeling like the man, right? Or the woman. If you just, however, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just there, and I'm owning the moment. And the very next thought after I did it was, now what? Can anyone else relate? You work so hard, focused on this goal, and you're working, and you're heading towards it like a train, and then you get there, and you're like, oh, this didn't solve everything. Son of a, right? What happened was, in that very moment, it became loud. I was running so hard. All of the things that I was not allowing myself to hear finally became so loud in my ears. The girl in the bathroom, who was an amazing human being, she was not the one, ladies and gentlemen. It was like I was dating my sister. Can I get an ew? Yeah, we were good friends, but there was no connection there. And as you can tell, I need connection. I need passion, right? But she was a wonderful person. But I could tell that's not working out. I also realized that my friends that I was so close to for 18 years, all of a sudden we had nothing in common anymore. Just every single Sunday with football and baseball, softball during the fall, and drinking beer and 2 kids and white picket fence and get the house. Oh my, just right now, my ass clenched up just thinking about it. Like, that's not for me. Right? That's probably not for most of you because you wouldn't be in this room. You're wanting something more. And these were amazing people. These were amazing people. There's still, some of them are good friends of mine, but we were going like this. And all of a sudden I woke up and I realized that I was not living my life. And at the time, it felt like the world was crumbling. I stopped working. I got depressed. I broke up with my girlfriend. All of a sudden, I ended up back in a basement. I ended up bankrupt. The financial planner who went bankrupt because I stopped working. So if somebody didn't call up and say, hey, I've got money to roll over, I was just like, hey, I'm going golfing. You know? So there's a few things that came out of that. One, I had this voice. I started studying Buddhist philosophy, Hindu philosophy. I lived on a mountain for 3 months. I read 200 books. I followed all the coaches, all the speakers. All of a sudden, I had this idea all by myself, meditating in my room. Your challenge is your greatest gift. This voice came up, and I laughed at it. I was like, that's ridiculous. My challenge is this challenge. It's a freaking obstacle. It is the thing that is in front of me, keeping me from what I want. Happiness, love, truth, money, success. It's over there. It's somewhere over there. It's somewhere outside of me, over there. And I'm going to get it one day. The truth is, it was always in here, and I wasn't paying attention. See, there was nothing that was happening to me. That was the myth. Everything in my life was happening for me. I finally realized that all of the pain that I thought I was in adversity to, that I was against, was serving me. I had created it on purpose to call me to my highest good. See, in human form, we look in the mirror and we see these small physical bodies and we think we're this. We're flesh and bone and we're little. And you're not. Every one of you is a divine, frigging, powerful being, period. And you are here for a purpose. And when you remember that your soul, consciousness that is always evolving and expanding, might just be crazy enough to come here to physical form and go through all of this crazy crap on purpose, then all of a sudden it doesn't feel so heavy anymore, does it? Think about that for a moment. Does it feel lighter or heavier to think everything out there that is affecting you, that is not bringing you the happy, joy, money that you want, is against you, or that it's happening for you? Which one feels heavier or lighter? For or against? Lighter feels what? For, right? So when I woke up to that, I started being grateful for everything. What is it? Grateful for? Everything. Can you say thank you to the fact that I was molested as a child? Can you say thank you to the fact that my dad moved away 3,000 miles when I was 11 years old? Can you say thank you to the fact that I went bankrupt? I could. I finally got to a place where I could. And now, I wasn't just being grateful for part of my life. You get this? Real convenient when everything's going well, and you can be grateful for everything that's working out perfectly. Really convenient to be grateful for the husband when he's nice to you, right? Really convenient to be grateful when you're in great, perfect health, but all of a sudden something happens and your health goes awry, and all of a sudden you're not grateful anymore. When you can stand in gratitude always, then the things that you think you're in adversity to and against shift like that. Not because you change your mind, but because you go into a different frequency, a different vibration, and everything now becomes possible. Because your frequency and your vibration changes, what you then let in and attract shifts. You go from feeling like the world is against you and contracting to all of a sudden being open. Who are you going to hug first? This guy or this guy? Right? Who are you going to want to be with? The person is like, life sucks. I broke my leg. My car's broken. Right? Or the person's like, yeah, my car's broken. I get to go buy a new one. Woo! Right? Your challenges are your greatest gifts. Number 2, be relentlessly you. Let's say it all together. Be relentlessly you. Some of us believe we're doing that. They're going to give you a question. This is something that you can share with yourself and really contemplate. How much of me is in my life? Think about that. I asked myself this question about 4 years ago when really I've always been a very expressive being. When I grew up, I was a break dancer and an MC, and I was all into hip hop, and I was very, very expressive. It was fun and culture. I just had culture and I had color, and it was natural for me. And then I shut all that down when I thought I had to grow up and make money. Anybody ever do that? Yeah? Anybody ever have to shut themselves down or think they had to change to be in a relationship? Sometimes we get into a relationship and it's like getting into a car. And you're made for like a Range Rover, but the person that you want to be in the car with is like in a Fiat. And all of a sudden to get in the car, you got to chop off your arms and chop off your legs. And you're like, good, now I fit into his car, into their life. How much of you is in the relationship? Can you love yourself that much to bring all of you to the relationship? I bet you'll attract somebody who's willing to do the same, and that's the relationship that I want. Can you be relentlessly you? See, in my coaching, I used to study Brian Tracy and Tony Robbins. Anyone ever watched Brian Tracy? Anybody study Tony Robbins? See any videos of that guy? Anybody? How about Les Brown? Hands up, Les Brown, right? These were the greats that I modeled. I thought they were amazing. I thought they were amazing. They were amazing. See, let me tell you, every single one of you, you already know this. It's cliche. You heard it before. But how much of you do you actually believe that you're amazing? I was in a mastermind group when I was making the shift from being a financial planner to a coach. I was lucky to be in this mastermind group. It's like lightning in a bottle. It's these 6 amazing souls. And while I was there, I was offering value to the person across to me. I thought I was giving to them, and I said something amazing. But it was a Tony Robbins quote. You know what they did? They looked me right in the face and said, that's great, Dallas. When are you going to quote you? Oh, when are you going to be the roomie of your life? When are you going to be you? So when I stopped coaching like Tony Robbins, and I got in my client's face and I shook them up, and I started living with passion, and I brought this to my coaching. 3 years ago, I wanted a mohawk my whole life, but I thought I had to be professional. Otherwise, clients wouldn't trust me. Fuck that. I shaved my head and got a mohawk. You know what happened? Do you know what happened? The value in my business tripled. I made 3 times as much. I didn't even have to look for the clients. You know why? Because they self-selected me. The people I was meant to work with, the people I'm here with a soul contract to work with, said, that guy. I don't know why. He looks crazy. I'm scared of that guy. I'll hug the shit. I'm such a lovely guy. I know I'm up here like, ah. But I want you to feel it. Even if you don't remember a word I say, are you going to feel this? Yes. Yeah, that's the difference. Somebody was talking earlier about being a speaker. Don't worry so much about the words. Don't worry so much about the words or about getting it right. I came alive when I dropped into the moment and I looked at somebody and I just connected. It's all this speaking practice I needed. Now I teach a course about it, but that's not the point. So I've been helping my clients transform their lives with these very simple points. Be relentlessly you. When you think you have to compromise because it's what someone else is doing, I'm sorry. You're wrong. Irony is I teach in my course that there is no right or wrong. But what I'm going to tell you is, let me correct myself. You're not wrong, but you will be better served by not believing that. Does that make sense? By being willing to see another side, you'd probably be better served. Be relentlessly you. The next one, please. The problem is not the problem. This is one of my favorites. So the problem is not the problem. Now, in order to coach with me, I have an application process, and I ask people to go through it. It's for you, and it's for me, right? I'm selective, but it's also for you. I respect and honor your time. I want to make sure it's a good fit. You should want that too. And after you fill out the application, one of the questions is, what do you feel is one of your biggest pain points? 1 to 3 things that are keeping you from what you want. It's always time, money. But the problem's not the problem. See, you don't have a time problem. Tomorrow you'll have the same 24 hours you had today. Am I right? Yes. Anyone finding more time? Anyone ever use that statement? I gotta find time? Anyone ever say that? I gotta find. If I could only find the time, I would do that. I'd go on that trip if I could only find the time. Time. Hey, time. Time? Yeah. All right, it's not back there. But anyway, point is, you're not going to find any more time. There's the same 24 hours that you have. You know what you have a problem of? Managing your energy and prioritizing. That is your time issue. 1, managing your energy. And Drew and his team, I'm sure, can help you with that in many different ways. And 2, prioritize, because there's always enough time in your life for what you prioritize, for what's important to you. Get clear on what that is and prioritize. You don't have a money issue. You have a personal value issue. Oh, I heard a sigh. You have a self-worth issue. When you know your value, guess what? Everyone outside of you does too. You don't have to tell them or show them. The world will wholly accept you to the degree you accept yourself. Money is only energy, and it flows in effortlessly when you connect to your value. Can I encourage you to connect to your value more? Yes. I'm going to give you some ways to do that. A question. So the problem's not the problem. People come to me all the time focused on the issue. My question to you is, what is the belief? What is the pattern? And what is the habit that then is the result of money problem, relationship problem, physical problem, health problem? Those are results. You've already lived months and weeks and years in the stuff that created this result. It's not the problem. Does that make sense to anybody? Awesome. Problem is not the problem. Thank you. It's the rudder, not the captain. So I've got 2 minutes to do 2 points. It is the rudder, not the captain. You've heard this many times today already, so I'll keep this one short. Get out of your head, folks. It is crowded in there. Your brain, the way your brain works, right? We've heard multiple times today, there's this primal stem, right, that came first. It's fight or flight. This is the survival mechanism. Over that is the limbic system. That is your emotional brain. From the ages of 1 till about 7, or 1 to 5 as you heard earlier, right? All you have is really an emotional brain. You have no connection to the logical brain you use today. Not only do you use your logical brain today, you friggin' abuse your logical brain today. Can I ask you a question? If you have a problem and you feel like you have to figure it out, think about that for a moment. I need to figure this out. Does that feel heavy in your body or light? Right? You've got to figure it out because you're using this space to figure it out. What if you didn't have to figure it out? Think of this. I don't have to figure anything out. Do you feel lighter or heavier? What do you feel? Lighter. There's trillions of cells in your body, and I believe that they are all inspired with the information of the universe. You know what you need to do. Do you ever stop long enough to hear it? Do you ask questions or you just look for answers? I can give you a whole ton of how-to, right? But if I give you how-to on top of a broken operating system where your belief is I'm not enough, and I put how-to on top of that, and I give you all the cool tools, you're going to do really well for a week or two, and then how-to goes right out the friggin' window. Because it didn't matter. The how doesn't matter. You might have heard that before. It's not cliche. It's true. When you believe so wholly in yourself, I could give you a phone book and say, find more clients. And somebody who truly believes that they are on a mission, on a purpose, they will take that phone book and they will call all night long and they will succeed. But someone else who doesn't have that same belief or has different patterns in themselves, you can give them the best system in the world. Easy, effortless. Here, just open up this app, tap the button. You know what you hear 2 weeks later? I was doing it for a little while, but then I just didn't have the time to open up the app and touch the button. What? So is it the how? No, it's not the how. When we can listen internally and connect to our bodies and to our spirit, that is the captain. Once you're informed, you can use the little rudder to guide you. Does that make sense? Awesome. It's a rudder, not the captain. Last one? Yeah, so I got that reversed there. Thank you. How your energy really works. So 10 seconds. I'm over time. How your energy really works. So write this down on your papers if you haven't already started journaling or writing. Give me 3 circles. A circle. Under that, a circle. under that, a circle, and then under that, a box. Circle, 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 box. I'm going to give to you a tool that was given to me when I did my NLP certification, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Okay, circle, 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 box. The first circle, put the letter S as in spirit. The next circle, put in the letter M as in mental or mind. The next one, put an E for emotion. And lastly, in the box underneath, put P for physical. P for physical. Spirit, mental, emotional, physical. This is how energy works. Comes down. Boom. You're informed. Inspiration. I got an idea. I should create that widget, gadget. I should go do it. Right? Idea. Boom. Then it goes into the mind. The mind's like, oh, how can I do that? I'm going to go do this, and I'm going to do this, and that feels good. I'm so excited about that. Then it hits the emotion, and the emotion says, but you're a freaking loser. Remember that other time when he tried to create that thing and invent that thing and do that thing and wah, wah, wah. And all of a sudden now, this is happening. I want you to understand when that happens, what's really going on, how energy really works. Your emotional system is pulling up from your unconscious mind everything you need to process and work through so you can do the damn thing anyway. It is not a sign I shouldn't do this because I feel uncomfortable. It is informing you that this is your shit that you need to work through so you can then make that thing physical and real in the ground and in your life. Then when that happens, now you have a result. Oh my God, then you can say, okay, is this the result that I wanted? And I can adjust and I can continue to iterate, adjust, inspiration, good idea. Feels good or bad in my body? I don't know. Let me deal with these emotions and decide what I need to work through or work on. Do it physical anyway. Now I have a result. Now I decide. And just keep doing that. Instead of sitting here being trapped. So here's the questions. I wrote them down for you. I'm going to give you some questions for every one of these, and that's all I'm going to do. You ready? Awesome. Awesome. So for your challenges or your greatest gift, the question is, whatever you're facing, I want you to look at it. See it in your mind's eye. I have a full meditation for this, but I don't have time. So really quickly, see the thing in your mind's eye. That person, that thing, that event. Smile. Even if you're doing it with gritted teeth and tears, smile. And then ask the question, what is here for me? What is here for me? And don't pretend to answer it. Throw away probably the first 5. The first 5 will be the obvious. Oh, I just need to choose better men. Yeah, duh. Right? But how come you keep choosing assholes over and over again? Let's get to that. Right? Okay. The next one, relentlessly you. How much of me is in my life? Look around. Look at your car. When you get in your car, does it feel like you or does it feel like someone else's car? At the beginning of this year, I got into my car and I felt like, this isn't me anymore. My vibration had raised. I went and got a new vehicle. Next, the problem is not the problem. What is the pattern, belief, or behavior that is creating the problem, aka the result? And the very last, 2 more, sorry. It's the rudder, not the captain. So here you can do this every time. You're about to make a decision. Ask yourself this one simple question. Do I feel lighter or do I feel heavier? What's the question? Do what feels lighter, period. You can overcomplicate it more than that if you like. Feel free. I did for years. The last one is the way energy really, really works. Will this bring me closer to my goal or farther? That way, no matter what's going on internally, you'll be able to determine, is this just story? Is this just fear? Is this just my stuff? Or because if this is going to bring me closer to my goal, I get to go do it. Does that make sense? Yes? Was this helpful? Yes. Yes. Thank you very much.